Hey there, good morning everyone. Tuesday, the 28th of March, 2023. This morning's devotional is a reading from John chapter 1, verse 11, which reads, He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Rejection. Feeling rejected is the opposite of feeling accepted. But being rejected, and we will all be rejected at some stage or the other in our lives, does not mean that someone isn't liked, valued, or important. It just means that at one time, in one situation, with one person, things didn't work out. Rejection hurts, but it is also impossible to avoid it at all times. In fact, rejection created the need for the gospel in the first place. Sin entered the world because two people rejected God and His command. Then, in turn, they faced God's eternal rejection. We also were placed under a curse of separation from His favor and bound to His anger. So here are also some more examples of people who were rejected in the Bible. Joseph, remember Joseph and his amazing coat? Anyway, he was also rejected by his family. And is there a better example in Scripture than Joseph's story? It starts in Genesis chapter 37 with jealousy and a dream. In fact, Joseph's brothers hated him so much that they planned to kill him. Talk about family rejection. Wow. Thankfully, it did not end up with his murder, but him ending up as a slave in Egypt. Joseph was later rejected again, but this time not by his family, but by his master, whom he had faithfully served for a long time, all because of a lie. Thankfully, Joseph's story turns out much better in the end. Sometimes you're also rejected because of your own behavior. Take, for example, Hagar. Her story can be found in Genesis chapter 16, when her mistress, Sarai, got this brilliant idea of forcing God's plan for a late-in-life heir for her husband, Abraham. Hagar's new position as a baby provider went to her head, so she started overstepping her boundaries. And Sarai was not having any of this, so she mistreated Hagar. And I would encourage you to follow up on that story as well from Genesis chapter 16. When those you care about reject you, you are in pain about it. And it's easy to forget the fact that Jesus' people rejected him too. The verse tells us this morning, John 1:11, he came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. In fact, Jesus also had to deal with rejection from his family, who thought he was crazy when he began his ministry. So what did Jesus do? He recognized and acknowledged that he would be rejected. Then he wholeheartedly and relentlessly pursued and fulfilled God's purpose for him anyway. Your circumstances don't have to dictate your feelings or your actions. You can choose to be faithful and do your best despite rejection. Even when you're feeling rejected, God will always tell you the truth in love. What you do with that truth is up to you. My dear friends, each of us experiences rejection in our lives and know the feelings of loneliness and disappointment that can come with this. But it is important to remember that we can all overcome failure and rejection by not taking it personally and using it as a motivation to grow. May the Lord be with you. May He bless you. May He cause His face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.